Good evening. I want to welcome everyone to our Christmas Evening of the Arts. It's so great to see everyone here. We're thankful for all of you to come and to be a part of this evening. Obviously, COVID makes things a little bit different, a little more challenging. We're thankful for you guys adhering to our social distancing and the masking. We're thankful for an opportunity to celebrate the evening and celebrate music and to do it together as a school community. Just a couple quick reminders of just good concert etiquette. Make sure that your phones are off or silenced and that you wait to the end of performances to applaud. This part will be our prelude, and our first one up is a freshman, ALLISON DEFORGE.
come to thee, O Israel. O come, desert from on high, and order all things far and nigh. To us the path of knowledge show, and cause us in her ways to go. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, desire of nations might, all peoples in one heart and might. Bid envy, strife, and quarrel cease.
Good evening, and welcome to the Annapolis Christmas Evening of the Arts. My name is Miss Shelby Runyon. For those of you who haven't met me yet, I'm looking forward to getting to know your faces much more. I am the new Director of Performing Arts here at Annapolis. I am the band director, the choir teacher, and also the theater teacher as well. So I have a lot going on in my schedule, and I have the privilege of teaching so many students here at Annapolis. The performing arts in a school, the teacher position, is such a unique place to be because I get to see them from the time they are in second grade all the way through until they graduate, some of these kids. So as a performing arts teacher in any school, I have that privilege of being able to watch the kids grow and watch them develop musically, and that is very special. This evening you will hear our 6th grade band, our 8th grade choir, our 7th and 8th grade band, and then our rhetoric choir. We've split these concerts up this year. Our 2nd through 5th grade concert is on Tuesday of next week so that we could cut down on the crowd levels. But this evening you will be able to see grades 6 through 12 and the wonderful work that we have done this semester. The performing arts right now have been affected so negatively around the world with everything that is going on with COVID. Many performing arts ensembles and schools are unable to perform right now, and so we have the blessing of being able to have a concert this Christmas, and we are just so blessed to be here in person, perhaps with masks on, but our ensembles are so happy to present to you the work that they've done. Before we begin the concert, I'm going to hand the microphone over to Miss Katie Johnson, our wonderful art teacher, so that she can say a few words.
Good evening, families, parents. I just wanted to express my tremendous gratitude and really thanks to the Lord that we have the opportunity, that I have the opportunity of teaching your students in the classroom, in the fine arts, in the studio, in the ceramic studio, and that is one of those particular things, like with music and such, that is greatly affected, where it is very hard to teach art and ceramics virtually. So I am just very, very blessed to be able to have your students in the class with me, and I don't know, I've been thinking so much just about the unique opportunity that students of music and art have during any time of suffering. I think back to so many art pieces and artists, musicians through time who have produced some of the most amazing musical pieces and art that's ever been made in the middle of suffering and difficulty. And we've talked about that in class. We've talked about how to press into hardship and how that produces something beautiful. As a Christian, we believe that God does amazing and beautiful things through persecution, through hardship, through difficulty. And you might see some of that expressed in the art, especially in the high school. They had the opportunity to kind of express some of the things that they've gone through, the mask wearing and such, but also the beautiful things, you know, stopping. I have one student who did a beautiful piece of the sunset on the clouds, and those are things I think sometimes we don't stop to look at. But when you're in the middle of some difficult times in your life, it's like God gives you a pause, and you might see something that you hadn't seen before. And what a beautiful thing that some of our students are able to express that through the visual arts. So I just wanted to take a moment and thank you again and invite you to come see some of the artwork. It is K through 12th grade. There is also some ceramics on display, and I hope that you all enjoy it.
I'm going to welcome the sixth grade band to take their places on the stage and to explain to you a little bit about our theme this evening and also for the second through fifth grade choirs. My vision when I came here was to have a concert with several different languages represented for a Christmas Around the World theme. Some of those languages will be represented next Tuesday, so you will only see 2 or 3 of them this evening. I can't remember. You only see 2 or 3 languages represented, but many of the Christmas hymns or Christmas carols that we are familiar with, we're unsure of where they came from to begin with. And so you'll see up on the slides the country represented for each of the originating places of each Christmas carol. And we are just so excited to bring you Christmas Around the World at a time when the world seems to be a little bit smaller these days as we go through something all together as a collective planet. And most of us have, or none of us have really experienced that in our lives before. So we are celebrating Christmas in all different cultures, all sorts of different languages. Translations will also be provided as we go through the concert. This is our sixth grade band, our beginning band students playing a few recognizable tunes for you. A beautiful rendition of Jingle Bells. These students this year have come to beginning band. They have never played these instruments before as of August, and they have come together to learn how to make a sound on an instrument, which is in and of itself quite a task. And they have learned navigating the fingerings for their instruments, positions for trombone, and all sorts of different rhythms together as a band, learning teamwork and beautiful music making as a beginning band. It's quite amazing to see them come from just trying to make a sound that doesn't sound like a dying animal, right? Into being able to create music. It's really a privilege to see that. One thing that we're doing in our concert here with these students is we're playing in 3 different time signatures, which is very impressive. So they're playing in 4/4 time, and then in 3/4 time, well, at 2/4 time, and then 3/4 time. So it's challenging for the musician to be able to reset that time clock inside their bodies as they play, and they're doing a fabulous job with it. Our next 2 songs will be featured in 2/4 time and then in 3/4 time. I think you'll recognize the tunes. Thank you so much, beginning band, for those Christmas tunes. I would like to welcome the Logic Band to come on stage now. The Logic Band is comprised of 7th and 8th graders. Coming in as a new director for a middle school band, trying to figure out who can play what and who is on what instrument and what instruments are working properly and such. I feel like these students and I have been through so much together in the past couple of months, in the past few months. We have had online students at times, which was quite an adventure with band. And we have been able to make some beautiful music together. I get to see them 4 times a week, which is pretty special. I don't get to see anybody else 4 times a week at the school, so we're very proud of the work that we have done. They are fabulous musicians, and we're looking forward to playing more recognizable tunes for you from the USA, as you can see. I promise I won't talk long, but I just had to brag on this particular piece with these students because it is jazz. It is written in a jazz arrangement style, which is very difficult, and they have done a wonderful job on it. So I wanted to just explain the difficulty in singing and in playing the jazz style to give them a little bit of recognition for that. Once again, very proud of these Logic students for doing all the wonderful work they have done this year. While they clear the stage to get ready for the choirs, I wanted to make a long awaited announcement about the spring. But before I do that, I would just like to, for those of you who may be new to our concerts, I just wanted to brag also on our wonderful theater program. And when I brag on the wonderful theater program, it has so much more to do with the kids than it does me, because I am a new teacher here. So my bragging totally comes from being able to get to know these students this semester and seeing their incredible talent in theater as well. So here at Annapolis, we do at least 2 shows per year in the theater department. In the past, there have been straight plays as well as musical theater shows. So for the spring, the kids have been waiting with bated breath to hear what we are doing for the play in the spring, the theatrical production in the spring. They asked if I could give them a hint, and I told them things like there would be lines. I also said that there would be actors. And I said that they would recognize the title, that it wouldn't be obscure. We did a Shakespeare show this fall, which was not a fan favorite at the very beginning, but their performance was really incredible, and it was wonderful to see them come to life on the stage for Shakespeare. So I promised them that we would not do Shakespeare the musical. Without further, I really want to make this announcement while the Logic students are in the room and they are getting their instruments back in the, so let me wait until they get back in here for this announcement. So in the spring, our show, can we get a little drum roll maybe? Mr. Hector, can you give us the next slide, please? Our show is going to be Peter Pan, the musical. I am so excited about this musical, and I'm so excited that I can finally talk about it out loud. It is good news. These auditions will be open from 3rd grade all the way through 12th grade. We need lots of lost boys. We need lots of Indians. We need lots of pirates. So please join us, and we also, of course, have lots of casting to do for the lead characters. So I'm so excited for this, for our wonderful musical in the spring. Those performances will take place April 30th and May 1st. So we are so excited for this. Our auditions will be in January, so put that in your noggin, folks. Our next couple of ensembles will be the Logic, or the 8th grade choir, and our rhetoric choir. I'm so proud of our 8th grade choir because we are missing 4 people from this choir this evening, and they are rallying together anyway to perform beautifully for you. It's an incredible thing to see an ensemble go through something that is not ideal, and then you have to look at it and you have to say, the show must go on. And isn't that the way life is so much for us? Something not ideal will happen, and we have to say, the show must go on. And so it's incredible to see these kids putting that into action for our wonderful concert here. So I'd like to invite the Logic choir and the rhetoric choirs to come up on stage, please, for our next couple of selections. So while this carol was sung in English, it does represent the country of France. It is a traditional French Christmas carol. I'm now going to invite the Logic Choir to come and join us, standing on the back here, to sing our next selection. I'm going to allow the Logic Choir to go and sit down. That was a familiar tune for all of us, but they sang the second verse in German. So that was quite an adventure for us to experience in the classroom. Lots of fun learning German. Okay, so you can go ahead and we're going to transition into the Rhetoric Choir, which is grades 9 through 12. Once again, coming in as a new director, you're not quite sure what the skill level is going to be of your students. With these students, I walked in and I handed them a piece of music, and they learned it in 2 class periods. And I said, okay, we're gonna bump it up a little bit. And they learned the next one in probably a week or 2 weeks. And I said, okay, well, we've got to bump this up a little bit. So we've been bumping up the level more and more and more this semester, and it's been such a privilege to work with them. Choir is my primary instrument. I'm a vocalist primarily, and so it is just wonderful to be able to work with these wonderful students. We will be singing first in the universal language of bells. So we will sing an entire song, mostly with dings.
Merrily on high, hear the bells ring. Merrily the heavens sing. Merrily on high, hear the bells ring. O'er the earth they ding dong ding. Ding a ding a ding. Ding a ding dong. Ding a ding a ding. Ding a ding dong. Ding a ding a ding. Ding a ding. Ding a ding a ding a ding. Ding a ding. Ding a ding ding dong. Ding 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 a ding a ding dong. Ding ding a ding a ding dong. Ding dong ding. Ding a ding a ding a dong. Ding dong. Ding a 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 ding 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 dong. Ding a ding a ding. Ding a ding dong. Ding a ding. Ding a ding dong. Ding a ding a ding. Ding a ding. Ding a ding a ding a ding. Ding a ding. Ding a ding ding dong. Merrily on high, hear the bells ring. Merrily the heavens sing. Merrily on high, hear the bells ring. O'er the earth they ding dong ding. Merrily on high, hear the bells ring. Merrily the heavens sing. Merrily on high, hear the bells ring. Ding a ding, ding a ding ding dong. Ding a ding ding dong. Ding dong ding. Ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong. Ding a ding ding a ding a ding a ding dong. Merrily they ding dong ding. Ding a ding ding a ding a ding a ding dong. Ding a ding ding a ding a ding a ding. Ding a ding ding a ding a ding a ding dong. Ding a ding ding a ding.
The next piece we'll be singing is in one of the most challenging time signatures, which is in 5/8. You will feel the song in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is from the country of Venezuela. The text is a traditional Venezuelan Christmas carol. So you will see the translation up on the screen for you to read. The Christmas carol is from the position of Mary singing to the baby Jesus in a lullaby. You can feel in the music her rocking the baby.
it seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. O'er the clouds rising, the sound clear, dance and tell. Hear the ring while people singing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. On they send on without end, their joyful tone to every flock. Ding dong ding dong.
They are truly wonderful musicians, and even more important than their talent is their work ethic. So it's been a privilege to work with them. We're going to invite the Logic Choir to come back up for our final piece. This piece is from the wonderful country of Nigeria. It is a traditional Nigerian Christmas carol. In Africa, they are known mostly for their ability to put rhythm into songs and to sing in a way that is extremely rhythmic. So we've had a lot of fun with this song, and we truly enjoy performing it. I enjoy them performing it, and I hope they do too. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. As I said, I feel like I'm bursting with pride. I don't have children of my own, but I would imagine this is a tiny fraction of what it feels like to be proud of your child, because students, we get so proud of them. So thank you so much for coming this evening. I'm going to hand the microphone over to Mr. Lockyer.
Great job, guys. I'm going to ask you if you guys can have a seat. You can have a seat in your chairs out here, so you can see off the stage. Yeah, thanks, guys. Well, first I want to thank Ms. Runyon for the work that she did. Her and Mrs. Johnson, imagine teaching virtually, but imagine teaching art and music virtually, and band, and ceramics. It is... we use the word unprecedented all the time because it is totally unprecedented, but I want to thank Ms. Runyon for all the work she does. It's a fantastic concert, so well done. I have this bouquet for you. And Mrs. Johnson for all the work that she does. And a special thank you to Mrs. Hanson in the back for all. And really, none of this could happen without the behind-the-scenes work of a wonderful, committed volunteer of Mr. LeBron, way in the back. Well, this is Christmas Eve in the Arts. We had a wonderful display of band and choral music, but we also have a wonderful display of both ceramics and the art that your students have created. And what's special about tonight is that instead of normally what we'd see in the lobby and in the cafe, we actually have moved it all to our new high school. And we're going to invite you all to, when I'm done here talking, to join us in the new high school to get a chance to tour the high school. You will see art on both floors and all the classrooms, so please take the time to explore. But with this new high school, we also have kicked off a new initiative called Room to Grow. So roll a video to show you a little bit about it.
The story of Annapolis Christian Academy began over 25 years ago when Pastor Jack Carter and his family had a vision for a school that would serve families in the Coastal Bend by providing an education that was firmly planted in the Christian faith and classical methods of learning. Since then, ACA's mission has never wavered. Through the years, Annapolis Christian Academy has remained focused on our fundamental ideals of what is true, good, beautiful, and virtuous from a biblical worldview. Several years ago, ACA embarked on a project to build the new Jack L. Carter School of Rhetoric. With the completion of this building, we have the opportunity to serve our existing families and accommodate new families as we grow. Therefore, we are excited to announce a new 3-year initiative called Room to Grow. We are passionate about continuing to provide an exemplary classical Christian education, and our prayer is that more families seek us out as they desire to give their children a firm foundation both mentally and spiritually. We will share more in the upcoming months with you about this initiative. For now, we ask that you please pray for our school during this time and let other families know about ACA. Annapolis Christian Academy remains strong and committed to our mission because the future of our children depends on the seeds we plant today.
We are truly passionate about what we do, and quite frankly, and I know I'm very biased, we're doing things at this school that really no other schools in the areas are doing. We have live in-person students. We put on a concert. I mean, novel idea. We celebrate the normal things about school, and our kids are thriving. We want to get the word out. We are thankful for the commitment and sacrifice that you guys have made. We have a wonderful new facility to show off, and we are very proud of it. So on your way out, don't forget, you'll get a chance to see some of the artwork that will be on permanent display in the high school. These are works of former students and the wonderful work they've done. And then you'll get a chance to walk over to my right, your left, and see the new building and see what our current students are doing. Again, thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for adhering to all the safety protocols and all of that. And we appreciate it. And let's have an enjoyable time of fellowship and get a chance to see our new high school. Thank you.